You know, the selective prosecution of Paul Manafort and Michael Cohen, former Trump attorney, it just shows how corrupt the justice system really is. These federal prosecutors engage in so much criminality themselves and misconduct. And when it comes to politics, as you know, if you're a Democrat, you're granted immunity. You get a nice cushy plea deal. You know, you're never sent to jail. If you're connected to Trump, though, you're going to face massive jail time. You're going to be sent to prison. You're going to be put in isolation. In this country, federal judges release jihadi terrorists who train children to shoot up schools. They release them onto the streets. Don't even require them to be held. But Paul Manafort gets held in isolation. It's incredible. The injustice. What about the prosecution of General Michael Flynn? Another grave injustice. You know, the deep swamp, the deep state swamp has taken over everything in society, including the justice system and the DOJ and the FBI, to the point where you can't trust any of them anymore because they're not applying the law equally. Where are the prosecutions of Barack Obama, who funneled illegally? I mean, he bypassed international banking laws and funneled billions of dollars of cash and gold to Iran, a nation state sponsor of terrorism that targets the United States and U.S. allies in the Middle East. Obama landed a cargo plane with pallets full of cash in Iran to give them the money and give them technical know-how and even arrange for uranium to be exported through Canada, originating in the United States. It's U.S. uranium, goes to Canada, and then goes to Russia, and then goes to Iran so that Iran can build nuclear weapons. This was all done by Obama. You talk about actual treason. That's Obama, and Hillary Clinton was part of it. She was the Secretary of State. She approved all this. She got major kickbacks, hundreds of millions of dollars in kickbacks from international billionaires and oligarchs from Russia and other countries. It was payola. It was bribery for what she was supposed to give them after she became president. The whole thing was rigged. I mean, massive, deep criminality. Hillary Clinton destroyed 30,000 emails that were subpoenaed. Destruction of evidence. If anybody else did that, they would be in prison. Anybody else. But somehow, powerful Democrats can commit any crime imaginable, even Bill Clinton raping women, sexually assaulting women. Doesn't matter. They get away with it. And this is what drives the American people to the point of frustration right now, is that they see Washington, D.C. is so corrupt. It is a cesspool of dishonesty, deception, selective prosecution, massive cover-ups of the real criminals. The people who want to destroy this country are getting away with everything. And the people who are trying to save this country are being demonized and attacked and smeared and prosecuted at every opportunity. It's an upside-down, backwards world here. Again, where is the prosecution of Barack Obama, a sleeper cell who attempted to dismantle America, who tried to create race wars and tried to have the police attacked? And he gave nuclear weapons assistance to our enemies in the Middle East, enemies who have pledged to destroy America. This is Barack Obama. Why isn't he in handcuffs right now? It's just insane. But you see this too. I know I'm not telling you anything new, probably, if you listen to my podcast or you watch my videos on Real.video and other places. I'm not telling you anything new. But you got to be asking the same question that I'm asking. When does this end? When does it change? You know, when does the corruption end, is a better way to put that. We cannot continue on as a nation when there's so much deep corruption and there's so much insanity and criminality and fraud at the highest levels. Robert Mueller and James Comey, they're co-conspirators with Hillary Clinton. They colluded with her to export America's uranium to America's enemies. It's unreal. The Uranium One scandal. Robert Mueller was deeply involved in that. In fact, his involvement in fraud goes way back. These people are criminals. And yet somehow, because because people are standing down like Jeff Sessions, somehow the deep state criminals are running everything in this country, as if Robert Mueller is a dictator who now rules over the president. Like somehow the Democrats created a new dictator position, and that dictator is Robert Mueller, and he can do anything he wants, even though he was appointed to investigate Russia collusion. They didn't even name a crime. I mean, you're not even supposed to have a special counsel unless you can name a crime or strong evidence of a crime. They couldn't even name a crime. They said, here, you're appointed special counsel. Just investigate anything you want, and please try to destroy Trump in the process. That was it. You talk about a political witch hunt. That's what this has come to. But the question remains, what do normal American patriots and people who love their country, people who voted for Trump, what do we do to take our country back or defend our country against this deep state swamp? I mean, the media has been taken over by the CIA, basically, at this point. The universities and schools have been taken over by radical left-wing anti-American communists. That's not even an exaggeration. That's the way the school system now works. It's incredible. Kids are being taught that America is evil. They're being taught that capitalism doesn't work. They're being taught that socialism and communism is the answer to everything. I mean, the propaganda in the schools is just off the charts. But how do we defend our country against this? And, we thought for a long time, we go to the ballot box and we vote for our people, and then our people will be in charge. So we voted for Trump, right? But guess what? The swamp refuses to accept that Trump is president. They refuse to abide by his executive orders, for example. They resist him at every step. So the left didn't say, oh, well, the American people have spoken. They voted for Trump. Let's let Trump run things for at least 4 years. No, the left said, oh, he's not legitimate. We don't like that choice by the people. We're going to throw him out of office and criminalize everybody around him with selective prosecution, and we're going to throw everybody in jail, and we're going to try to impeach him. That's what the left did. It's a political coup. But of course, if their candidate had won, if Hillary Clinton had won, and anybody challenged that, they would have been called anti-government or anti-America, right? You know how that works. If you oppose a Democrat president, suddenly you're anti-government. But when the Democrats oppose Trump, they're part of the resistance. As if they're like the French resistance fighting the Nazis, and they call Trump supporters Nazis. And then they say, well, you can't name call people, you Nazi. I mean, it's just so insane. They don't understand how insane they are. They don't understand how filled with hate that they are on the left. So we tried the ballot box, and that hasn't worked. And I ask you, what are the remaining options? They're censoring us on Facebook and Google now, and YouTube and everywhere else, censoring your voice. They're committing economic sabotage against you and your business, your e-commerce, everything. The actual e-commerce platforms are deplatforming conservative websites. So they take your voice, they try to steal your president, or, commit a coup, get him out of power. In essence, they're trying to steal the elections. They're taking away your First Amendment right. They demand that you surrender your Second Amendment rights. And all of this is taking place. And it's like, what are the options that are left that the American people are going to have to take to defend their country? Because the radical communist left will absolutely not stop unless they have to stop. And they will not stop their crimes against America. They will not stop their coup against our president. They will not stop their planned destruction of our republic, our democracy. They will not voluntarily stop any of these things. They have to be made to stop them through legal and peaceful means. And those means need to be fully considered by all those who love America. We must think about what options are remaining. If the ballot box doesn't work and free speech is censored, I ask you, what options are remaining? I dare not even say some of the options because I don't want to be falsely accused of things. So, but you need to think about options that are lawful, legal, that are peaceful and that defend this nation. What is that? Is it a massive march? I don't know. That sounds like something that leftists do. And if conservatives even hosted a march, there would be provocateurs put into the march to try to create havoc and terrorism and blood and all these things just to try to delegitimize the march, you see. So I don't even know what the answer is. I mean, yes, keep speaking. Yes, keep posting your videos on Real.video. Yes, keep voting against Democrats in every election. But if that's not enough and the deep state is stealing our country, what options remain, I ask you? I want you to think about this, because it looks like it's going to end up in that realm, whatever that realm happens to be, that defends our nation against a criminal, fraudulent coup. In other words, you're not going to be saved by Trump. It turns out you're going to have to save your nation yourself. That's what's going on. You are going to have to save your nation. And that is something that, well, it's going to be very difficult and tricky to make happen. So stay tuned. This is Mike Adams here, the Health Ranger. Read my website, naturalnews.com, or check out real.video. Thanks for listening.
Learn more at healthrangerreport.com.
Thank you for watching. If you want to support our mission, visit us at healthrangerstore.com for the world's largest selection of lab-verified superfood and nutritional products for healthy living. It's at healthrangerstore.com.